Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about gene regulatory networks. We'll start by reviewing. So RNA polymerase will bind to the promoter region. It will then transcribe these structural genes. Then we have mRNA, and mRNA is translated into proteins. Now, what happens with a repressor? Well, a repressor will also bind the promoter region. And when it does that, it will prevent RNA polymerase from binding that promoter region. Now, what about an activator? An activator will also bind the same promoter region, but it will facilitate the binding of RNA polymerase because of these grooves, as we can see here. Alright, now that we've reviewed, let's look at gene networks. Gene networks have activators and repressors. In this case, we'll be looking at the Dune network, derived from the book Dune and the upcoming movie. So let's start with the Harkinen gene, which will repress the Fuhrman gene, and the Fuhrman gene will activate the spice gene, and the spice gene will activate the main powers of our main character, Paul Artrid, who will then repress the monopoly of the guild over the planet Dune. Now, when we say Paul Artrid represses the transcription of the guild gene, then what does that really mean? Well, this means that Paul Artrid is the cloud here, or the repressor, and he will not allow the RNA polymerase to come and bind to the promoter region and transcribe the guild gene. Alright, let's consider a mutation in the Harkinen gene. Well, if there's a mutation in the Harkinen gene, it will no longer be able to repress the Fuhrman gene, and the Fuhrman gene will in turn be transcribed, and then it will be able to activate the spice gene, and the spice gene will be transcribed and activate the powers of our main character, which will then be able to repress the guild. An all-around very good solution. Now, let's consider a mutation in the spice gene. If the spice gene is inactive, then it will not be transcribed, and our main character's powers will not be awakened, and he will not be able to block the actions of the guild. As for the Fuhrman, well, they no longer matter because their only option here, or their only job, was to activate the spice, and since the spice is non-functional, then it doesn't really matter if they're activated or repressed. But in terms of analysis, the Harkinens still are repressing the Fuhrman in this network, but it doesn't matter because the spice is not active. So really, all of this here, anything before the spice does not matter, since this spice will not be active. To summarize, the wild-type gene results in the transcription of the guild gene without any mutations. If we were to imagine that the guild gene produced an abnormal fruit fly wing, then that abnormal wing would be produced unless we have a mutation.